We're tracking your tax dollars. The new state budget forecast shows some improvement. A projected deficit is now a slight surplus. But there's still concern over uncertainty surrounding federal funding and fraud. We have team coverage digging deeper on this big story. Let's start with our Eric Chaloux with today's update. Eric.
Yeah, Leah, fiscal discipline. That was a phrase that we heard from Minnesota's Commissioner of Budget and Management for lawmakers. Yes, the economic outlook, the fund looking better than they first thought, but she cautioned them to pump the brakes a little bit. There's a lot of uncertainty in the economy still, and as you mentioned, that uncertainty coming from Washington as well. Why is this report important? Well, it gives lawmakers an outlook on how to spend your tax dollars this session.
The state of Minnesota is on strong financial footing.
Friday afternoon, the commissioner at Minnesota Management and Budget, Aaron Campbell, shared an improved economic outlook on the state budget.
And despite persistent structural imbalances, we expect to end this biennium and the next with a positive balance. And that's a big improvement from November.
Minnesota's budget surplus is now at $3.7 billion. That's $1.3 billion higher than November's estimates for this fiscal year. Back in the fall, the state estimated a $3 billion deficit in 28-29. That's changed. Experts now see a surplus of $377 million. How did that happen? State officials credit in part more money coming in from tax revenue, from capital gains, interest income, and corporate profits. Commissioner Campbell cautioned lawmakers about uncertainty ahead as they plan how to spend tax dollars this session.
Continued federal funding uncertainty could have impacts on our general fund bottom line. And as we know, any new spending this biennium will impact the projected positive balance.
The uncertainty coming from Washington pausing payments to Minnesota like Medicaid money this week weighs on Governor Tim Walz's mind as he works on his budget request for legislators.
Governor, this week where we've seen lots of federal dollars be paused, what weighs on you going forward when you are coming up with your recommendation for the legislature, and what message should they have too when deciding how to spend that money?
Focus on the things that make a difference. Focus on the things that are growing our economy, that are creating the surplus, that are improving people's lives, but be very thoughtful.
So we're going to start to see some of these bills here at the Capitol get some price tags attached to them and see how they could spend some of that money. Now, we heard from Democratic and Republican leaders after that report was released this afternoon. We heard that they want to use some of that money for economic, to help people in their family and their budgets. We're going to get a little bit more deeper into that coming up at 6 o'clock. But that's the very latest right now here at the state capitol in St. Paul. I'm Eric Chaloux, 5 Eyewitness News.
All right, Eric, and another topic that dominated today's conversation about an uncertain financial future in the state was fraud. Let's bring in our Brett Hoffman now. And Brett, you've got a response from lawmakers on the impact it could have on the state's budget.
Yeah, Leah, fraud was a big talker today during the budget announcement, but state leaders simply aren't clear yet on its potential impact, but it certainly could play a role.
Depending on how the state's appeal goes, what could the forecast impact be there?
We don't know when the withholding would start. We don't know how many quarters would be withheld. So it's hard to say for certain, but a loss of $515 million in federal funding would mean an increase in state spending of $515 million. So on an annualized basis, that's about $2 billion.
That is State Budget Director Anna Mingy. She says the budget forecast does not include millions of dollars in federal funding that could be cut because of fraud concerns. This report also shows that there are risks to federal dollars if the state doesn't bring forth changes to fix the problem. Now, early this session, we heard efforts from both sides to introduce legislation to combat fraud and create a new inspector general position. Governor Walz criticized the federal government for threatening to cut Medicaid funding, which would greatly impact the budget, while Republicans say it's a step that can ensure accountability.
I am deeply concerned, too, that, there are those that their answer to stopping fraud is to cut the program. Well, the reason we have such a great state and we're having people move in and we're seeing surpluses is because we have these programs.
There are things we can do here at a state level that will help us avoid any cuts. But when we're looking at fraud, and it has gone on for years under the current administration, there needs to be a level of responsibility that when it wasn't taken at a state level, the feds are going to help us make sure that there is not more fraud going on.
Certainly a lot of eyes on Washington about what's going to happen next. But that report also says that it's expected that the funding is not going to be withheld until the state's appeal has been heard. We'll be watching it. Live in St. Paul, Brett Hoffland, 5 Eyewitness News.